I'm back. Let me know if you can hear me. Yay. Technology is wild this week. I don't know what it is. Anywho, part two. So as I was saying, I'll start my story over in that there's on TikTok a content creator where I'm going to call creator one and a content creator number two. And over a year ago, content creator number one had met and started mentoring content creator two and suggesting that content creator two go live. And about 3 months ago, I met content creator two, and about so 3 months ago, I met content creator number two. And then about 2 months ago, give or take, content creator two suggested I go watch content creator one. And then I have been trying in the chatting of things with content creator one to do some coaching sessions because I am a trained coach. I am also a tutor in other things. And it was just some of the stuff she was saying didn't kind of resonate with a lot of the things that she was trying to do. And I finally got her to commit. And she's like, okay, you've been asking me, you want to come up here live? You want to come do that? We can do it now. We can do it. I'm like, okay, I didn't think you wanted to do this. She's like, I'm here. So it's like the first thing I said, so you have tissues? She says, what, are you going to make me cry? I go, more than likely. And so normally I would do like a 30-minute session with people where I do about 15 minutes of here's the things, here's how it works, this is what I do, this is the process, in an explanation of trying to get to know them and all that neat stuff so they can kind of get to know me and the fundamentals of what's going on. And so their actual coaching, I'm mostly just gathering information. I really don't just dive into, this full on let's explore things. And she got, without all the intros or anything else, she did a full hour session, like deep dive, pulled things out. It was wild. Oh yeah, by the way, she was live with hundreds of thousands of followers in the room. So I have been getting like a lot of requests lately, and my numbers. I had somewhere around 250 followers on TikTok on July 17th, and 2 weeks later, I'm now almost at. Last time I looked, I was over 800, close to 900. It's like it was. And the funny thing is that was yesterday morning. So she will go live like 2 or 3 times a day where she does her thing on TikTok. And so we did this was probably around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning my time yesterday. So she did the live that she came back for in the afternoon yesterday, and the entire world of TikTok was talking about this. And you can see the changes, though. I am so amazed at how well this works in such a short time, in that the smile on her face, because this sweet thing, this poor creator who is struggling to do things, she is really trying hard to do all the things that you're supposed to do. And I'm sorry, let me grab something to drink, because I've been doing a lot of talking the last few days in these lives and other things on TikTok. So in the process of things, that you could just see how the expression on her face, that when she was smiling before and when she was smiling after, that, and I think, oh no, she's not even a nail girly. And that's the funny thing, is I've landed into a whole other genre of people on TikTok that really doesn't have anything to do with nails. People find me because I'm on these other creator channels because stuff just pops up like it does on YouTube. TikTok is, I mean, if you, in my opinion of things, YouTube is kind of like the slower one. You go to YouTube because it is very calm. The community of people is not so much, wild or intense. I mean, it can be, but for the most part, YouTube is like where you get your training wheels. And then you have Instagram that goes a little bit faster, has a little bit more features and things that you have to learn. And you can kind of get that down without, you just need to explore a little bit, and there you go. You can be successful on Instagram. Twitter is something I do not recommend anybody go to because Twitter people are, hi, Allie, how you doing? You said something that obviously YouTube did not like because I have 0 settings to filter anything. But there you go. Try again. If you were trying to be nice, then there you go. If you're not so nice, then I don't have time for that today. Okay. That's so wild that it took away her message. Because for me it says message retracted. That I don't get it. But okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, in my explanation of continuing with my story, that Twitter is mean. The Twitter people are, I don't even go over there because it's just, it doesn't matter what side of what equation that you're trying to figure out. They're all angry, and they're angry and hostile. And I don't have time for that. Thank you. Okay. And it's just way too much work on that platform. But okay, there you go. And then you go over to TikTok, and TikTok is like the Autobahn. YouTube is like the tricycle with the 3 wheels, and Instagram is kind of, you take the training wheels off and you're riding a bike, and there you go. TikTok is like this speedway of stuff that I don't even know how to gather. It's just, there's a lot. There is, oh my goodness, a lot. And so in the process of this, like I said, I'm in people's channels, I'm talking along, and a lot of this has to do with people are trying to, because I was watching different channels that you can go do to, to go buy things and grow your channel. And so I landed in a group of people that are all trying to, I'm looking for colors to coordinate here. That you can go, you can buy things, you can sell things, it has its own little community resources of things. Well, then, if you don't like the setup of it, alter it. I think you can change it. And if you can't, then if you, go delete it and start over. I'll follow you. I'll follow Journey. However you want to do things, you just let me know. But yeah, so I got on this kick of following people to try and grow my numbers. And next thing I know, I'm in this other realm of things. And like I said, it's wild. It's just the whole idea that in 2 weeks I have quadrupled my numbers. Because like I said, I'm up over somewhere in, the realm of 800 or 900. And it's like well over 800. Last time I looked, it was, oh yeah. I can totally relate. Just leave it be. What's that phrase that, and I'm sure you know, let sleeping dogs lie. When those puppies are sleeping, you don't disturb them. Because when you disturb them, then, chaos reigns supreme. Oh, and the other issue of air conditioners and everything else. And I don't have my, didn't start my humidifier. My morning was disrupted today because Hubster was home. And so I need to go set that up. And now feel like I'm going to sneeze. So we're going to take care of that. But so yeah, it's just been, because like I said, I know that I was under 300. I might have had maybe 250. And now the last time I looked, it was closer to 850. So it's like in 2 weeks, I've gained 600 followers. It's wild. I'm just, and most of the followers are following me because of the self-esteem videos I was doing. Has nothing to do with nails. I mean, okay, if you say so. I appreciate you. But there we are. No, that one's not going to show up. Funny story, a guy commented on that short of Duran. He said, I had to smell like my dog. That's fine. She smells good. It's a real lot. Yeah. What in the world? You know what? Don't mind them. I mean, I go back to, that phrase that I always say, there are those who are out there that, misery loves company, and they just want to rile you up so they can do a debate, over you trying to defend yourself and being disrespectful. And for me, it's really hard not to bite and to do that. Okay, you want to challenge me? All right, let's go. But I know that we can't. We have to just kind of clear through that part of the peoples of the things and move forward. And I have had very little issues of the people doing those kind of things on TikTok. But again, I'm not necessarily, doing the lives like these other people are. And so that's kind of where that goes. I know that as soon as I start, because I've done videos, I've uploaded things and all that fun stuff. But as soon as I start going live, I'm going to have those people popping in. Okay, why are you not focusing, camera? It's like you focus and then it goes out, and then it focuses and then it goes out. So it's like, okay, what in the world are we doing over here? Like I said, people are wild. You have so many out there that, for the most part, normally I would have done this the other way, but let's just add this really quick because we want the yellow embellishments to that. It isn't going to show up a whole lot, but we just did a little bit. Oh yeah, sometimes if you ignore them, it makes them mad and they come back worse. So other times if you ignore them, they go away. So to each their own. Thank you. So like I said, I have been getting people wanting coaching, and it's just not what I really expected that I would be getting from the channel. Hello, we're trying to do nails here, right? Oh, people are funny, but I get it. There's some wild energy going through the places of things, and the people are going to need it. I think we've reached a level in our society of how the rest of the world is handling things. We've reached a point where the coaching is now needed. Years ago when I started doing it, everyone was fine with where they were at because there was a lot of things that were okay, and things have not been okay for so long that a lot of people are just they're in need of something to feel better with, because it's just not happening now. That's okay. Grandma's here. I know that thing I was watching, you were doing it the other day. It's like you do the stamp and then we all tap. We tap down on the nail to pull things out. So now I'm going to have to revamp my schedule of things because and this is a good thing. I'm not complaining. I'm just kind of going, okay, how am I going to situate between the two? Because there are those that are going to want the sessions that I've agreed to. I'm only going to be able to take a couple of people at a time, and that's okay because a lot of what I do can be helped in a very short amount of time. And so the things that I do on my schedules, that's not going to change my live schedules because, hey, I set those up to be here, but it's just, I guess it's just that whole, when things change and you have to kind of make adjustments to it because you were not expecting it. So yeah, it's a little wild in the sense that I have to, let me get some tissue here because, hold on just a minute. I'm going to turn the volume off. Hear me now? Is that better? Thank you. Yeah, I needed to take care of the nose situation, and there was no way to do it delicately. Tissues were required, and now I don't feel so stuffed up. I pushed a little hard, so it distorted everything on that one. So the one thing I know about a lot of these sheer shades, because I think this one is, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm going to need to order another one of these because I'm about halfway through the bottle because I've used this one a lot to do the demos and do all the pretty things with it. But you need so many coats of it. I've already gone halfway through it just trying to do, the things that I would normally do, which most of the time I do all those things with the bottles. And it's like this one I've had over a year for Batty. This is the first one I got and I'm barely like 3/4 into it. So it's kind of wild. I'm going to end up having to order another one of those. Absolutely. Okay. Glad to have you back. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have not checked. I have been so busy that, to be honest, I really didn't even look when my box is going to arrive. So basically, yeah, you and me, that's another thing we can both do on Thursday, that we can explore our boxes. That would be so much fun. Hopefully, if mine gets here in time, because I have not looked to go see what that would be because I've been so busy. These ones, oh my goodness, they I'm gonna have to trim them. That's that they're getting so long. It's wild. And yeah, I know people hate me because they grow so fast. It's only been a few months, because I want to say it was in May that I had to trim them back. And the funny thing is, the stuff I use, the polishes, I have such a thick coat, because I know a lot of people are like, I have thin nails and they crack and they do all these things and they peel. And the stuff I've been using has made them so strong that I have these little fans that I got last year to kind of keep things cool, so I can have them. They come with this. Let me grab this here. They have this little stand so that you can, lay them down if you wanted to, stand them up. And then I put this over it because the little light, when you turn it on, it likes to flash, and that bugs me. So the light comes on and it tells you, what your what everything is at. Well, I was reaching, and then basically you just push the buttons and it can go up to 5 speeds. So I was gonna pull the one I have in the bedroom next to me, because I've got them in strategic places so that it's just a little bit of a fan blowing, and then it keeps things circulating. So I went to go unplug it because I only have one charging power cord, and basically, so it's during the day when I'm out here, the fan is charging in the bedroom, and then when I go in at night, I take the same cord and plug my phone in. I swap it out, and I went to go reach for it, and there wasn't enough light for me to see where I was reaching. And when I guess I got my finger in there, and it broke off one of the fins, but it didn't break my nail. I'm just kind of like so amazed and bewildered that, hello. Remind me to tell you about fighting with a pack of Maniology stickers. Oh, the decorative stickers. Oh my goodness. You'll have to message me which set you were working with so that I can prepare for that. Wow. Yeah, that one didn't come out like I was hoping it would. The key is bigger than the castle. I thought it was going to be, sitting in the middle of it. That's okay. Hi, Nana. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. I've had a wild week. I needed a nap. I started a little later than normal. I've I've been on the TikTok place, and holy frijoles. That platform is wild. And I get it, the whole nature of things. While everybody's saying hi over there, I'm gonna grab me some water because it's Vegas. You need H2O wherever you live. It's summer. You need your water. I really don't like the taste of water, but sometimes, just the drinking of the water goes down so good. But yeah. The TikTok of the places of things. Oh my gosh, I found goodies on that place that you would not believe. I'm gonna be the Art Deco. Okay, well then screenshot me a picture and send it to me through the other place. If you have anything left, give me a screenshot so I can go see if I have them. And you're fighting with them, so I guess Nana, not only did it yes, it grabbed me, it bit me, it drug me down a rabbit hole I never saw coming. Oh Lordy, I bought some things that I'm going to be sharing because heaven forbid. Wild. It's just there are no words other than it's been wild. Absolutely beyond the wildness of the things. I was sharing a story with Melissa earlier, in that the backstory is I'll make this really quick because everybody else has already heard the story. But I guess about a year ago, and we're going to have TikTok Creator 1 and TikTok Creator 2, that TikTok Creator 2 met, in the way that you do things. So TikTok Creator 1 was following TikTok Creator 2 was following TikTok Creator 1. And they were, over the course of the last year, going back and forth, where TikTok Creator 1 was trying to encourage TikTok Creator 2 to go start her own live. And her and I met about 3 months ago, and she encouraged me to go follow TikTok Creator 1. And so I've been following her. And mind you, that when I've had my TikTok account for a while, but I really wasn't doing anything with that channel. And I was around between a little over 200, maybe 225, 250, July 17th. So like 2 weeks ago. And After following these two ladies and a third one, I'm now up to over 800. It's like exploded. But in the process of that, I have been watching TikTok creator number one, and I'm a trained life coach. And so I go in and I'm like, oh, can we just have a chat? Can you and I just one-on-one? And she's like, oh, I will. That sounds like a good idea. And but I'm busy this week, and I have my kids this week, and there are all these things. So like almost 3 weeks later, I'm like still asking, okay, we need to set a time, because she's saying some things that are going against the goals she's trying to get. And so she goes, all right, Grandma. She's like, you want to come live? You want to come up here in the box, and you want to do this with me now? Sure. Normally, I don't take people through a major session of, the first meeting. There's explanations of things, there's homework of things, there's kind of getting a gauge of how the person, works with things. This poor thing, she got a full-on 1 hour live session on her channel with me live for all of her followers to go through all of her stuff up close and vulnerable with, she calls it ugly cry. She's not ugly. She is such adorable. She's so cute. And she's just tearing up a little bit. She's trying to keep them from, doing the things. But it was a wild session. 2 days later, it was yesterday morning. People are still talking. I mean, so at this point, I now have a full inbox of people going, hi, can you be my therapist? Nana, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's a wild. So my TikTok channel is not about nails. It's about everything else. And it was supposed to be about nails. But there you go. And I've been wanting, those wagons that you can take with you, that not the red flyer, but they're like the red flyer, but they fold up and they're kind of a meshy kind of thing that you can, put stuff in. I got me one I've been searching for one, and I'm picky about it. This one folds up to like a minute, but it expands out, can hold like 300 pounds. I got this thing on such a sale and a discount. It's, oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I just... Y'all just don't know. I am so happy waiting for that to arrive. Nana, were you saying something about foils being an issue that you have? Oh no, you love the foils. You're the one that says, I love me foils. You have foils. You are happy to use and do the foils. I feel things for I'm getting notifications the whole time I've been here. It's like Kurt Clunk. Hey, come back to TikTok. We want you over here. Hello. They're gonna drag me back. I'm not kicking and screaming, but they're gonna drag me back. Oh, don't you just love the foils? I can't wait. I love the foils. See, and it was wet, and now it's like 2 seconds later, it's like super, super dry. You're like, okay. So I'm gonna do something different. I was gonna do it one way, and I decided, nope, we're gonna do it the other way. And Nana has way more. I saw your collection and I'm jealous. Man, I want those. I want those pretties. They're so pretty. I think they get together and, you know, you got two of them sitting in your little stash, and the next thing you know, you got like six. I think they don't even have to be, they're not like the mogwai that you have to feed a sandwich after midnight. They just get together and nope, we're not dry. What was that thing about patience and your nails? I have none. I also needed a nap because of all the stuff I was doing with the TikTok people. It was like, I needed to lay down, and it was an early nap. It wasn't like my normal late in the afternoon nap where you're going, I'm feeling a little, you know, I need to, you know, kind of go get a little resty. I slept hard. I slept for hours, kind of a nap. They multiply. Yes, they do. Them and, you know, the powders, the chromes, it's like all of a sudden you have like one or two, and then next thing you know, you have an entire handful, and you're like, okay, what am I doing with these things? What am I doing? Where did you all come from? And the glitters and the shimmers and the shine. And well, Nana, you kind of get the idea of the polishes because, you know, you've had other. No, you'll use them all. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna agree to using them all in our lives. We're gonna pull out a session. We're gonna have like on our different channels, we're gonna agree on a color, and that day we're gonna go do foils, powders, and shimmers, because you know it's coming up to, it's gonna be that season. We have a very short window. The box is gonna be available soon, and in between that, you know, we're going to have all the designs for the month of the Octoberness, so we can come up with, you know, shimmers and shades to use to coordinate. Yeah, and I need to go get a PO box. Everybody can send me stuff because with the companies that I get stuff from, I can get a tracking and all that neat stuff. But where I'm at here, if something goes wrong and I don't get it, I have no recourse. So if I get a mailbox, then they're not going to lose it. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my little feet out there this week to go get me a box because, oh Lordy, there's things that I would like to get, but I'm kind of going, you know, I really don't want it going to where I live because of, you know, where I'm at. Oh, Melissa, we will chat because I know you got me too. I mean, I want to do the days of Christmas, but I never really sat down to focus. So, you know, we can coordinate our schedules so that we're not kind of doing the same thing. But, you know, I already ordered Halloween stickers and nail trims. I am so ready for Halloween. I've been ready for Halloween since like January. But I couldn't say anything about it because, I mean, as it was, I said something to someone on another channel. I said, well, can we do the Halloween stuff for next week? And they were like, what? I'm not even ready. You know, hello, it's too early for Halloween. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not too early or anything that we can't go do. Like I said, if people can do the Nightmare Before Christmas and have Halloween with Christmas, it is not too early to do Halloween. Oh, I'm at a loss. I am Nana, do you know what the big box is like? Have you gone through the videos yet to discover what the advent calendar big box is that we're talking about, that, you know, you're going to want to get? Um, I last year's was an epic in the vampire. So I'm hoping this one is going to be a little bit more, because last year was more gothic. Last year was more intense, and a lot of people loved it. But the year before, when they did the circus one, not so much. They didn't like that one so much. So I really hope they go back to the version that they had for year 2, which it was more of a cartoon vampire, because that one got a lot of love too. And I think they will. I think they're going to go, and to be honest, if they go like the original Bela Lugosi, am I saying that one right? If they go back to the really old school one, and that was what the first one was like, where it was, do I have it handy? The first one was very bones, and no, I don't have it in that stack. It was yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying, is that I like the goth ones. I like the whole, but what I'm just looking at the images that made. Just a minute, me getting up from this is not easy sometimes. Where did I put my big stack that I just had? You know when you get old and you have things in your hand and then they just kind of completely disappear. Goodness me. I needed to move for a minute anyway. Oh. The first year that they had oh, there it is. Okay. So the first year that they had the box. See, this is the plate. I don't know if you can see this. This one is the one that came from year 2, if I'm not mistaken. This is from 2022. And it was more it was more of this with because there's another one that you see the skull and bones and whatnot. I don't know if you can see that. This one was from year 2, and that's what I was talking about. It had but the character that they had, the mascot character that came with it, was more of like a cartoon. He was cute and adorable. But so this was the goth ones that they did. The ones that they did before that, I don't see my stack, so I can't pull out the ones from the first one, because I missed the box by just a few hours. This box sells out so fast. It's like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, Melissa, tell them. Last year, it sold out within, I want to say, 8 or 9 hours. When Maniology came back and said something on one of their lives, they were saying, oh no, it sold out in 12 hours. No, I was watching. I remember what time it was when it went live, and I was there at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, waiting for it to open. I'm telling you. Oh, because you didn't like them, or because you just didn't play with the Halloween stuff? But oh yes, the real spooky stuff. So that's what I'm talking about, is the first season was very, very skull and bones and vampiric. It wasn't the Bela Lugosi. It wasn't like that level of, on that spectrum of things. It wasn't like the old vintage. It was just more of a level of, oh, this is Halloween, and people ate it up. And I was not really, I didn't know they were going to do this. I had no idea, because it wasn't like there was any, for me, I didn't see any advertisement. I didn't see any speculation. They just kind of popped it out there, gave everybody an email. The box sold out. And the morning that they released it, I got the email. I was checking my email late at night. It was about 10 o'clock. Everything was gone. I was like, what? So in the process of that, need to message you. Okay, well, or you can always send me a, I'm on Messenger. It's GrandmaMiMZi Says, the same spelling. You can always find me on the Book of Faces. And about this. Oh yeah, okay. And that's what this one was from. I was waiting for everything to dry on this, but so you didn't like all the lace and stuff. Okay, I got it. But I liked a lot of the images, because there was a lot of, I mean, seriously, it was just the vampiric aspect of it. Because the year before with it was the carnival theme. So 2 years ago, this is what, 2023. Oh no, when it drops, okay, yeah, we ambassadors, trust me, Nana, if you're following my channel, I already have a playlist ready to go. So as soon as they do the video that it's available, and that, pay attention, you're going to know about it. As soon as I know about it, I'm going to be screaming my head off about it. Because I went through, like last year, I was doing a video, and I'm going, I just got the news. I'm like, and you could go back through that to go find it from last year. One of my followers, Deary, was like, oh, you're not excited at all, are you? Oh, yeah. No, this is why I'm already talking about it. It's 13 items. It's a little over, I want to say it's about $130 worth, $140 worth, but you're depending on, the prices and what they include in it. And they're discounting it to around $90, depending on all your, and you can use your code. You can use your own code to buy it. So that makes it around $80 plus tax. And then if you want to get it shipped faster, which I highly recommend, then it's another, I don't know, $10 or $15 something. So you're going to spend about $100. And so yeah, I'm like, pay attention, people. Hello, it's coming. Da da da. So what they usually do is they'll kind of tell us ambassadors a little bit of a headwind, like the day before or something, and then all of a sudden you'll see the announcement will go live on YouTube and Instagram, and it'll be their video of coming attractions, like a preview. It'll be, maybe a minute video kind of thing. You can use your ambassador code on these boxes. Absolutely. 100%. You can use your own code, and your followers can use your code on the ambassador box, so they can get it discounted down. Because like I said, regular price is around $125 is what I estimate it to be. And it's usually around 110, 115. And then if you use your ambassador code, you can get it discounted. So it comes out to be, Nana, it's always good. But the thing is that regardless of whether you love it or not, it's well worth the investment, because even though you're going to spend about $100 on 13 items, the price point of that makes it worth it to get. You're going to get the first, I want to say first 2 years, there was like 3 or 4 plates. You get an album that's one of the little holders that holds like 16 plates. So you usually get about 3 to 5 plates. There's always 3 bottles of polish. There's a tool that comes most of the time. The last couple of times we got, yes, you get so much more than what you spend. The last couple of times that they did the box, we got nails, the press-on tips that I just sit there and admire because last year's were so pretty. I'm not touching those puppies. It's the metallic red that is just gorgeous. So yeah, you get 13 items. As I said, last year, if you were like an ambassador or you're the rewards tier, the level number 3, I forget, Muse level. Yes, those beautiful red ones were from last year. I'm going to do a recap because basically I'm going to be like, I got to share all this stuff. So I had to get my goodies together and go, this is what we got for all the new people that have no idea. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, you get and those tips alone are what, $12, $13 or more. So you get a press. I think that's what they're going to keep doing is because they like doing the tips for the people that like doing the tips. So I think you're gonna get the tips. But basically, I wash my nails, and because the soap is soapy, and because I wash my hands so often, it doesn't really dry, so it's kind of squishy. I get soap under my nails. So if y'all don't think I wash my fingers, that's soap. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you get, I think that's going to be a regular thing because they like to push the tips, because I think I've gotten like 2 or 3 sets in things that I will never wear them because they're too pretty. I don't want to destroy them. I am not going to do anything to them. I might, like if I go to like a Meology Gala event, I might wear those outside of it. And they had so I missed the first one, but because all the items became available on the website later on, I was able to scoop up all the items except for the exclusive ones. And in my heart, I was like going, all right, I did not feel, because I did see the videos later of what the exclusive items were. So in my heart of hearts, I did not have the fear of missing out. There was no FOMO that I didn't get the exclusive items. It was okay. And then they did, now they're probably going to do the one, well, that's a possibility because they do have the ovals now, but, oh, they're going to do a Christmas set. I can almost guarantee it. So basically you're going to get about, but like I said, last year they had 4 plates, but if you were a Muse member or, all these other things and you got your discount, if you got the box, there was exclusive to the box, there was a 5th plate. So they usually have, like, to get the box, there's like 3 to 5 items that if you didn't get the box are not going to be available on the website. You have to buy the box to get it. And the second year they had this iridescent, beautiful, gorgeous nail glitter powder holographic. I sealed that thing. I took my packing tape. I marked on what it was. I put a seal around the thing. I am not opening that because they will never have it again. Oh yeah, I was thinking of that, but remember, Nana, I don't go anywhere. I mean, I live inside the 4 walls. I see the same 4 walls. I don't breathe well when I go outside. I don't feel well when I go outside. And I honestly, I don't have a life outside. This is why we do YouTube. A bunch of years ago, to be honest, I was a people pleaser. I had the mom from hell, that if I can say that word. She was not kind or nice, and her attitude was, "You'll never be successful. You're nothing without a man." And so I was put into this position where saying no is not an option. And I was kind of forced very young into a relationship, a marriage that I didn't want to go into. Life for me was chaotic and crazy. And I was always chasing after things that I could never achieve. And, you know, getting slammed for it. You fall off the horse, you get back up, you try again, and didn't have the best of friendships or family or support network, and trying to raise my kids by myself at one point. It was just, you know, I wasn't just the struggle bus driver. You know that phrase, been there, did that, have the t-shirt, been there, did that, have the entire wardrobe. So I had so many things going on that I really just didn't have a life, and I didn't have the opportunity to make those bonds with others that y'all hold on to and are a great thing. I became a life coach only because I was having to work from home, because I'd taken care of my mother twice after surgery. I was her home. After she was home, I was the one doing the cooking and cleaning, even though, you know, I was the financial person. I was the financial guru of the family, not the medical person. That was my sister, but she wanted me to be the one to do all this stuff. So I took care of mom. I took care of my sister when she had an emotional breakdown. I took care of my dad because he had Alzheimer's and all these other things. So I just finally figured out, after I got rid of all these responsibilities and people and other things, after my dad passed away, I'm now finally figuring out, oh, this is who I am now. You know, being a grandmother. I have an 18-year-old grandson, and I'm finally getting to have my own life. So yeah, I don't go anywhere. I never really developed those places to go off and go do things. And then we moved here, and it's too hot to go outside. But medically, I feel a lot better because of the altitude and all the other things that are going on, the lack of humidity. So I love living here in Vegas. Thank God for the air conditioner. But yeah, I'm finding my life with nails, and now life coaching again. Because so I don't leave the house, because where do I want to go? I mean, it's Vegas. I know that there's a lot of things to do and explore, but I'm an introvert. I mean, to go out there and do a lot of these things that Vegas does, the fun of doing that would be to have other people to do it with. And Hubster's at work. So I don't have a whole lot of friends that I can go off and do that with, because they're at work. So that's okay. Sorry, long explanation of that. I don't mean to be, you know, sad and pressing or anything, but it's just for me to go off and wear them. There, like I said, if there's a great big huge maniology, you know, function or something, or some sort of event that I was going to go to that would be, you know, a spectacular evening, I would break out that glitter holographic stuff and use my little happy nails, and of course I would go there. But I have more fun doing things here with the people and making the friends and, you know, all that fun stuff that, you know, we get to do here on Facebook. And I mucked it up because I'm impatient. I don't want to wait for things to dry. So there's my life story in 30 seconds or less, as best I can do it. And I know, and to be honest, that way I can, you know, there are times I have the beautiful luxury that I can sit here and play with this stuff off camera, and I can come up with these things that that people can do with their nails, that while the rest of you have other responsibilities that you have to do, I can be here going, hey, here's the ideas of stuff. Like when you want to do do reverse stamping, use your which one is it? I gotta have the words. Do your smudge free. Use your smudge free over your image, and then you can reverse stamp, and you don't have to worry about having your stuff get your lines get intermingled with things. Sorry, I lost my train. Why do I need to put this one. I keep grabbing the wrong one. We're going to pull out the, hi, Robin, how you doing? I'm over here being wild and crazy. So my thing, I was saying this with Melissa earlier. I like this color, but it's so sheer. I think I've gone through half the bottle. I'm going to have to order another one when it comes out available. It's going to go on my list. And yes, with the new box, they also release all kinds of goodies. So yes, you want I read an article that the federal government decided they're not going to make pennies anymore. So they'll still be in circulation, but they're not going to be minting any new ones. So we can't say save your pennies. We have to say save your dimes and quarters, because that's what people are going to have. So save your dimes and quarters, because along with the Halloween box usually drops sometime in August, and usually it was like the first week, probably that first Friday, so around the 7th to the 11th time frame. But last year they did it on a Monday, so it was around the 15th or the 16th. Yes, but the sticky stuff, and I'm not going to get mad at you. You can stamp over gel. That's that's your thing, and I know you love the gels, and I watch to learn, because I don't do the gels. So that's kind of where we're going to get things on there. But the sticky stuff, you still need the sticky stuff, because I'm telling you, at some point in time, there's going to be a stamp. There's going to be an image that you're like going, I don't want to waste this. It's too pretty, or it's too cute, or whatever the case. You will find the sticky stuff. If you don't use it all that often, at some point in time, you're going to need the sticky stuff. I'm telling you, it's just, you're allergic to the gel. I'm allergic to so many things. I'm afraid I'm going to be allergic to it. So I haven't gotten there yet. For the love of all things, I have it and I'm going to use it. But yeah, I did it too soon. Doggone it. See, and I let that sit and wait, and then still didn't buy. Oh well. Since I lost it on the other one, I'm going to use the white over the blue and get, because I pulled it off trying to get the blue on the white. Well, now I'm going to transfer it over here. See the things that I thunk up. Okay, gotcha. Got to take those calls from the grandbabies. The grandbabies matter. So Robin, how you doing? I saw your pictures. You are progressing, my lady. You are doing a great job. Oh yes, I know. We do. And hello, hello, grandbabies 101. Call me. See, I told you, Robin. You just needed to be, with the nails. You just need to have the confidence. Just go play, practice, have fun, enjoy what you're doing. Don't worry about the other stuff. You're getting it. You're getting it. Pretty soon, I told you, in no time, you're going to be a pro. Trust the grandma. Right, Melissa. Trust the grandma. We got you. Because if you watch Melissa's, she's over there, she's doing this reverse stamping, she's doing these whole sets. I'm over here just winging it. I'm over here just putting things on, willy-nilly. I have no plan, no rhyme, no reason, because hey, I took a nap. You go, grandma, don't do too much, you're doing too much, you're not gonna be able to do it all. Oh no, honey, I know exactly where I'm at. I needed a nap. I took a nap. That's why I was late today. That's why I'm still here, because I took a nap, because I needed a nap. And it wasn't like 30 minutes or an hour. It was 3 hours. I took a 3-hour nap. I was going, Hubster had a short day today. He left later on and did not, he did not work this morning. He is working the swinger parts of the later shifts kind of today. I was up doing things on the Tickety Talk channel, and if you go back and watch the replay of this, I've shared the story twice. But at the point of things, it's like I have been out there. To be honest, Nana made the joke. Did the Tickety Talk bug bite you and take you down a rabbit hole? Yes, it did. It absolutely did. And I went from, let me see if I can kind of get my numbers up and help, between the YouTube and the TikTok and the Instagram, if they can all just kind of funnel each other in places. I went from having somewhere around 225, 250 followers on the TikTok. As of, I remember, let me try and work on this. Let me go keep track. And I didn't take a picture or a screenshot or anything, but I know I was around like the 200, 250 time, I'm at over 800 last time I checked. So it's like it blew up. It blew up in a wild way. So I'm over here just kind of going, After this week of stuff that I've been doing to try and, keep up with the stuff. I needed a nap today. I needed a big one. So I took my nap. I took my nappy nap, and I liked it. I pulled it just a little too soon. It worked on that one, but I'm going to have to keep doing on these others because I think my 12 days of Christmas videos progressed my skills a good bit because I was doing videos or stamping most every day, especially reverse stamping. Exactly. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And the more you get comfortable doing it, especially doing it on camera. And I know, Robin, you're like, I don't do the other things. That's okay. Just stick with it for what you are able to do. And to be honest, if you want to do more in the experimental, I get these off of Amazon. I want to say it's, several hundred. These ones I get as well. I want to say this one was like 600 of these tips for around $10. And these ones are around $8. You just have to go search to find the ones that, for what you want to pay or whatever the case. And these ones, I think for the most part, for like if you have acrylic bottles, because the acrylic bottle, if you have regular polish, regular stamping polish, the glass can be clear or sheer that you can see what's on the inside of it, just by looking at the bottle. But if that Maniology puts these on top so that if you have them stacked like in a drawer, then you can do the swatching so you know what color you're going to get. I like to just make a big smudge, because most of the time I can't tell what that image is going to be over the level of stuff. I want to see what the color is. I don't want to have to guess. And when I was doing it with the, do I have one here? When I was doing it with just the stamp of the image, sometimes the colors are so similar you can't tell. So I want to know what image I'm getting. Somebody did a review. Somebody said something that was held for a review. I don't know what. Oh, somebody handled it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Yeah. So these things are also the what they call COT, and I'll put that up there if someone needs a link to that if you want all these things. But I think that these things basically were meant for like the acrylic nails, because again, as in this situation, you can see what it is. But with the acrylic, it has to be in a dark bottle, because any kind of a light, any amount of light will cure, even, because all sunlight has the UV rays. So it will start to cure the polish on the inside. So you get these practice ones or demo ones that you can put the things up there, and then you can leave it on the bottle so you can see what the shade is. Because a lot of times the tip shade doesn't really give it justice. So you can see what it does. Get these just to be able to do, and the thing is, I'll give you a quick tip. If you go in and you do something that you go, okay, I don't like that, use a different shade and paint over it. Try again. Just keep trying. It's okay with the typos. Hello, words are hard. I've been saying this for 4 years. Words are hard. I get to typing, and then when I do get the really long nails on my phone, man, I cannot type to save my life. And if you go to use the speech thing to type in for you, half the time it puts the wrong word, and you're just like going, uh-huh. I love the foils, Robin, by the way. Get you some foils, because foils are great. Foils are fun. Foils are easy. And a lot of people are like, I can't get them to work. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's because you don't think you can do them. So essentially, it's not a matter of, to be honest, with foils, you can have it be like this where it's incomplete. It looks kind of messy, and that's part of the fun. Or you can just keep applying something, sticky, whether it's the smudge free or the sticky base coat or whatever you want to keep applying over it. Do it in a small section and go a long line. If you want this completely covered in this thing, you can get it. It's just going to take you a bit of a minute. And there you go. Melissa, back in the day, when my son was a teenager, and I'm calling the electric company or the gas company, please tell us in a few words what you want. I'm sitting here going, can I just have a person representative? I am talking to this. I'm sorry, I didn't get that click. And at one point, my teenage son was walking by. I'm dialing back, and I go, hey, say representative. He goes, representative. And it goes, okay, we'll transfer you right over. It's like riding a bike or driving a car or cooking your favorite dish. There are things that a lot of people can give you pointers and training, you know, intellectually, but the manual dexterity of doing these things is what you need to do to perfect it. It just practice. And the thing is, do it on your own nails, because that's, I mean, yeah, practice on these, but it's just polish, and it's not wasting it if it's teaching you a skill. And there are times that if you have the Maniology subscription box, and or Maniology has some really big clearance sales, by the way, hint, hint, they're going to be having more, that they're going to have some shades on there that nobody wants because they're not that pretty, or they didn't sell well, or they just didn't hit the market, and it's going to be like $2 for a bottle of polish that you would not wear. Use it as your practice shade to play with it. Yeah, I there's a lot of times that I get so mad, and it'll just be, can you just give me a body? I'm sorry, would you please explain a little? Just an agent, please. Well, can you tell us a little bit? Agent. I mean, I get so mad at those things. Yes, they do. And to be honest, this one was a gift probably 3 or 4 years ago, give or take. They've included others where they've got different shades of what comes in the item. I don't know which one it is, but they have had a box that's been for, because regular price, before the price increased a couple months ago, regular price for this was $10. And they've had it on sale for $5 for the better part of a year, because nobody likes them or wants them. I don't know why. They're pretty. So you mean, just to understand, Melissa, I do wish that Maniology would do more videos on their own nails. It's a lot harder. So are you saying to examples of doing the stamping on their own hand demo? Is that what you're asking for? Or just in general, doing more videos of their own stuff? And I know there's a delay. I'm sorry. I'll wait. Okay. It can be a lot harder, depending on the stamp and the things that you're trying to do. Is there anything specific I can answer for you? Because I used to do videos all the time on my own nails, and it just, to me, it was just easier to do the demos on the tips for people to see the presentation of things. But if you need something specific, I am more than happy to share. I'm just trying to find other things that will coordinate here. Okay, the steps that I figured on to do your own nails. I mean, yeah, you have the ease of doing things on the tips, because you can prep those, and then you're stamping on the tip of what you're holding because you have it on a stand and other things. But to do things on your own nails, and I'm going to go through the okay. The thing of doing them on your own nails is to have more than one stamper, and that's just I'm going to preach that till, you know, the end of times, to have many multiple stampers. And the thing of this is, Where is the... I stopped mid-sentence because I wanted to be able to demo. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're going to have your nails all prepped and ready to go. And I know it seems like, okay, I already kind of got that. So you're going to be prepped and ready to go. But the thing is that where you can get this done faster is that if you have them all ready to do what you're going to do, and then you're going to take each one and you're going to have 5 in a row. So what you can do, where is it? If you already have it, to get you the one of these, the block, so that you can do the base coat, right? And you said you have a ton. So go ahead and do the base color and stamp those out so you have them sitting all in a row. And even if you only have 5, you can still do just one hand. And do your dominant hand first. Go through, and the one hand that, because I'm both hands, so I know it's easier for me than for other people, but have your block pictures or basically paint, and you want to take it really, really slow. So what I would suggest is that you hold, if you don't have anything else on your station, you're going to, and this is just, to kind of practice with things, you're going to go through and basically just get the nail. And if you have something to rest it on, and on Amazon, they have the things you can buy that you can put your finger on to kind of do the same thing. That's going to stabilize you, because I know that you have a lot of pain and dexterity of things. I don't have that as much, so I can do things really fast. I mean, to be honest, I can do all 10 fingers in a matter of seconds. And people are like, there's a video that, I think it was Lisa or Martha was like, oh my gosh, because I was doing the video and they were like, how in the world did you hold your hand up and paint your nail? Because I've been doing it for a very long time. I mean, I was very little, so I've been painting my own nails on my own hands for 50 years. Yeah. So get you something that you can rest on. And if you could even just take a roll of paper towels. And I know I know the phrase is paper towel luxury. We can't afford to buy paper towel, but something like that. Okay. And put plastic around it so that you're not going to get anything mucky on it, and have that be where you have your wrist and your nails all ready to go. And then you're going to do your dominant hand, where you've got that ready to process. So if you want to do the block, and you have all 5 set up ready to go, you're going to I'm doing it too rough. What in the world? For the love of Pete. Oh, that's why. Why am I not getting this? What in the world am I doing wrong? Well, this is why you clean up afterwards right away, because you get these things that just never come off, and they absolutely mess up your designs for things. Okay. Get with the program, Grandma. Tell me what I need to do. You're taking too long. Hurry up. Show me what I need to do. Okay. I didn't put enough polish. That's okay. My finger isn't that big. So now you have that, you have those done, and you can do those in a matter of minutes because this dries really, really fast. So I'm putting the sticky on to kind of mellow it out. And then, you know, if you've got enough, if you've got 10, then you can do the one whole hand at one time. So you're going to do the block plate and set that up, and then it'll be dry really, really fast. And you don't have to use the sticky. I'm just doing it because I got holes in it and I messed it up. And then you can take your other image. Where'd I have it? And have these all lined up. I touched it and I know it's still sticky. Can't find what to do with my card. I'm touching something sticky. So then you have these ones all lined up. And you go through, you've done the base color because it's really thin, it'll dry really fast. You put the sticky down and then you can come back in with the other ones. I can do, based on the, do I need to do a video for you to show you everything all in one step? I can pretty much do a mani in about 15 minutes if you line it all up and have it all ready to go. I hope that makes sense. And it makes it so much easier. But again, it's like with what you were saying with Robin, it's just, you can get really good at the reverse stamping and doing all these things if you just practice. And because you were doing the series, the 12 days, it kind of forced you to kind of do more than what you were comfortable with, and you got it. But doing your own nails, it's the same thing. You're going to have to just do the nails. And yeah, I was a lot more creative when I was doing my own nails because, hey, I was wearing that. And that's why the joke is with the neighbor down the way that she sees me like 4 or 5 times, like, what are we wearing today? Because last year I was going, I don't like it. So I took it off and redid it. And there was one day that I was trying to film some videos that I wanted to share of things people asked. And I kept looking at the manis that I was doing. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't want to change it. So I changed my nails 6 times in one day, and she looked at me like I was crazy. Yeah, basically it's one of those things when you're going to do your own nails. Obviously it's going to take you a little bit longer, especially if you have pain issues and dexterity issues. There's going to be a little bit more of a curve to that. And I have those days where I'm sitting here going, Melissa, I dropped the bottles. I things slip through my fingers. I don't have the same movement issues, but I still have this. I'm dropping the bottles. I'm spilling the stuff. I'm making a mess. I am far from perfect. And that's why in a lot of the videos that I did when I was filming videos, I was like, just because I mucked up, I'm not going to start over. I'm not going to change what I'm doing. I'm not going to, it's been said, oh no, I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat things. No, because I can't lie to people, because there's that honesty of things in me that I can't just not tell it like it is. So when I'm getting something from Maniology, I'm going, this doesn't work. This is not user friendly. I mean, hello, like the poo plates. I mean, you know, doggone well, the Alice in Wonder and the Alice in Wonderland, Thousand Acre Woods, the poo plates, all the stuff for those, the Steamboat Willie. We love those images because they represent something that was meaningful to us. But at the same time, those images were not easy on the first pickup. And I had someone that their screen name was, oh, I'm new at this. And this table is very, very movable. It's rocky. I mean, it works for me, but it's like the slightest amount of pressure and everything's going to move. And she's looking at me stamping, going, oh, you're stamping too hard. No, I'm not. I've been doing this for years. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like going, and the joke of this is the person that came to my channel is watching my video on it was either Alice in Wonderland or Winnie the Pooh, but it was one of the ones that are going, oh yeah, you're stamping too hard. And I go to look at her channel and I was like, they got one video where I had hundreds of videos. I've been doing this for multiple years and you're brand new at this. Okay. Thank you for swinging by. I'm just, what in the world? No, I'm not stamping too hard because, hello, you see, it moves. It don't take much. So you can't judge the counter of the table to, you know, this is not an actual table. It's just, it's one of those ones that it has the legs that come and curve down so that I have room here for my feet. But if I really wanted to, it could come up and meet me in person, you know, and the legs would go under the couch so that it can be real close. I don't have it set up that way, but I could if I wanted to. And I'm just like sitting here going, no, this is a table because I can have a light attached to it. I can have the surface where I need. I can have my camera. Everything is nice and easy. And when I'm done with this, I can move this out of the way. The lines on those were super fine. And it was just, yes, it takes patience and timing and skill to know you got to put more polish than you know, with a regular stamp like this, we're going to put a good amount of polish. There's going to be a lot of stuff and you're going to be scraping off and people go, isn't that wasteful? No, it's a millimeter of stuff because this will last you a really long time. I mean, this one is Asteroid. When did we get this one? I mean, seriously, the number on that one is 504. This one is 553. So this one we got probably last year because we're only getting 2 a month. So I know that this one was fairly recent. I want to say somewhere. It's new. But the point is that I have my bottle of Ocean Floor with the plate that we got that was under the seat that was for, I received the box in May and I didn't have time to unbox it. And we moved here June 1st, 2 years ago. I still have half a bottle of Ocean Floor, of the original bottle. But then again, I get a lot of polish. Hello. I'm just saying. I'm getting on a rant. I'm stepping on the soapbox. I'm cranky. My nap did not make me feel less grumpy. It just made me more intense. Yay! It's been a wild week, and I think to be honest, we went into a new moon in the month in the sign of Virgo, and Virgo are very very strong people. Does that make sense? And I think at this point it's having an effect on people, and I think I know I'm sensitive to these things when the barometer of stuff changes. I mean, seriously, when there's an air pressure change, I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Yes. Because to be honest, I think that maniology has reached the point where there's things that they want to give people, but they can't keep stocking stuff. And I think that to be honest, because they just celebrated their 7th anniversary, right? They have stuff from like day one. Because remember, they used to be Bundle Monster. They still have stuff that's original plates from back in the day. They are trying to. So mom is a bit headstrong and obstinate, and we love her very much, but mom is going to stick to her guns, not just because she's a mom, but because she's a Virgo, right? She going to tell you like it is. I am not a Virgo, believe it or not. I'm an Aquarius, but I have dragon energy, and well, that just kind of like the Aquarius is I'm the humanitarian, peace, love, and kumbaya, and we all want to be happy. And then you put me through life struggles, and I also have the protectiveness of the dragons, and it'd be like, oh no, do not mess with these people. Oh, okay. Am I wrong? I mean, tell me I'm wrong if you think I'm wrong. I mean, seriously. Pisces, you are mercurial. Pisces people, there's the watery kind of depths of things. You can go real deep, and if someone upsets you, you can go really cold. Yes? Wrong? No, you're cool. Okay. The dragon in me is very protective, and that's why I get very ranty and very kind of like, I want to save the world. Because I want to breathe fire to all the people who are being mean. I study these things. Hello, I had to know. I had to figure out what made people tick. So I was reading all this stuff because it intrigued me to understand the distinctions of things. So yeah, I spent some years doing my deep dive in psychology. What makes people tick? Why do they do what they do? But at the same time, I know a lot of people don't put aspects into it because they don't think it's how do I say this? It goes against a lot of religious beliefs to delve into some of these other things, but it used to be back in the day of Galileo that all these things were part of the scientific network, the studies of the planets and how things moved and how certain people were more similar than other people. They weren't like their family, but they were like this other people, and all because they were born in the same day. So there is some astronomical scientific aspects to these things. So I'm like going, okay, I want to understand the science of this because I'm a researcher. I investigate things, kind of like Nana was saying, paranormal. I want to know what's on the other side of these things. Hello. And I can go into a place and I can go, yeah, there's something here, and we need to go get the holy water. I'm telling you. And then, other people have said, oh no, I think there's something. It's like, nah, you just had people living here, and the people, because there's evidence. They have done studies where, and I'm going to say this, I read an article, people will believe in Wi-Fi. You can't see it. You listen to radio waves and signals on things, and all the internet of things. You believe these things because, I mean, yes, you have the hardware and the software of the technology, the phone, the computer, all those things that you have in your house, and it hooks up to a Wi-Fi, but you don't see how these things travel to the other side of the world, and you can communicate with someone who's across the pond in a matter of seconds, and share all these things. And everyone goes, yeah, but okay, so you have Wi-Fi and you have a mobile phone, and you think this is what your peoples are telling you, but outside this over here, we're going to say doesn't exist because it's wrong. Well, wait a minute. There's scientific proof to this. We can measure it. I was watching a documentary, and this guy was investigating things. He was in a room, and they had just a wooden table. Nothing was hooked up to anything. They had a petri dish full of yogurt, 2 of them. And they had this one guy hooked up to all the electrodes, that measure your heartbeat and all the other stuff. Bleep, 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 bleep. And they had another one that they had the electrodes in with the yogurt, measured up to the same thing. Nothing was interconnected. The guy had his yogurt, and his machines connected to things. The yogurt had its machines connected to things, and they were not connected to each other. It was all independently, just the yogurt and the machines registering the energy in the room, because they had it literally sticking in the yogurt. And then they had the little guy's finger sticking into things. And then he had his thing of yogurt. And they were going, okay, we want you to think about something. And he's like what? And his friend, one of the producers that was sitting next to him, goes, oh, that thing that you've been working on. And like the recognition of what this guy thought, just instantly on his face, the machines both went at the exact same time. So he's not connected to the yogurt in the petri dish that was not connected to him, but the yogurt still registered the energy, the anger, that this was a big, huge problem for him, that he was like driving the struggle bus on, he was angry about, and it still went, oh, hi, I feel you. So I was looking into these things. I don't remember all of it because it's been a lot of years, and that phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's all kind of fuzzy, but I'm just going, yep, mm-hmm. I don't know, me and my crazy. See, I get off these. I'm sorry, I get off these nail topics. I don't mean to. I just, things take over. It becomes a life of its own. Hello, sorry, so sorry. We're here about nails. But oh yeah, by the way, I am who I am. I eat my spinach and I tell stories. I want to protect people. I want to do good works. I just know that right now there's a lot of things that are transitioning, and I was watching a video. Someone was saying that the way that the way that the alignments of things, of the planets and the people and the energies, there is something epic going on. And we are in for a huge shift of things. So I'm just over here going, you know what? I got to get the peoples together to figure out, oh yeah, we need to take care of each other, because the world is going to get wild really fast. And we all need to be holding each other's hands, because if not, you're gonna get caught in the current. And I just don't. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. Thank you, Robin. I do want to have good conversations. I want to be a safe place. I want to be uplifting. I want to encourage people to do things, but at the same time, there are things that are happening that weigh heavy on my heart, and I feel compelled to speak about it. So it kind of takes over sometimes. And I just, I love you so much. I really do. I just, oh, wow. And it's going to be Halloween soon. So I'm just I'm in a weird place. Please plan, Robin. Like we were talking earlier, we kind of got Nana Ange that, she's like, oh, the box. Yeah, the box is going to be coming. You're going to want a box. Save your quarters, because that box, thank you, Robin, that you're going to want that box. Heaven forbid, as soon as I find out what's going on with the box, I will be screaming to the rafters, because the box. So, yeah, I don't know. Melissa, like an hour ago, asked me, what do you think's going to come in the box? I don't know, because, like I said, the first one was really, really... it was kind of like these, where it was bones and all kinds of stuff like this, where it was really old school, I guess you could call it. Not like Bela Lugosi. It wasn't like the deep, vintage of things, but it was more of the vampiric kind of scary things, and it was epic. And I love those plates. I swear they are. I didn't get the box. I missed the email announcement of it, and I was able to get the stuff after the fact. I think there was all but one that I didn't get, but that's okay. I was okay with not getting that one, and I was okay with not getting the exclusive items. But then the following year I got it, and that's what this one is from. It's more of the horror movie kind of, not the vintage, but it's more of the vampiric one. So they kind of went in a different direction. They went a little bit softer, in my opinion, if that makes sense. It wasn't cartoonish, but they went a little bit softer. And then for last year, they really went cartoonish, and they went to the carnival theme of things, and it was not as well received. I was okay with it, but I didn't love it as much. And last year's was, Melissa called it more lace. So it had a lot of this, where it was, I think this one's also from last year. They're very lacy and very cathedral, and very, because I want to say this one, there was like 5 of them. This one was an extra one that was the Anese art. This one I love because it's got all the elements of the season of the Halloween stuff. But I want to say, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 more plates because one was exclusive. Yes, thank you. It was more gothic, but it's not the emo gothic. It was more of the romanticized lace leaning. I really hope they go more Bela Lugosi. I want to see Frankenstein. I want to see the ghosts and the bats. I want to see, the teeth. Does that make sense? That's what I'm hoping for. But because basically all the things that they've been doing this year, pretty much since the Christmas box came out last year, they've been doing everything vintage. So let's go with that. I hope that they go down that road. I really, really, fingers crossed. I'm hoping, because this series that they did, this year number 2, was 4 years ago. Because 1, 2, 3, yes. So this one was from 4 years ago. So 5 years ago, the original one was like, oh, I love this, and it was a hit. So they went, okay, year 2, I love this. This was my favorite box. Absolutely my favorite box. Until last year. Last year they had, and it wasn't just the images on the plates. Last year's box was epic because of all the things they gave you in the box. Not just the images. The colors of the polish, the items that were there in addition to the plates. And to be honest, I know a lot of people were upset that if you didn't get the box, you couldn't get that really epic plate. Okay, that's my favorite plate. Oh yeah. So I am awaiting this with my breath held for the days that I'm going to start getting the notifications of things. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be, hello, how you doing? I want to know what's going on. Because I'm telling you, I want to know more than you all want to know. And I want to tell you more than y'all want to know. I mean, seriously, I am like the number 1 in the line. I want those secrets. And I'm telling you, I have an FBI file. I can keep secrets. And not because I did anything wrong. I had to have it for security clearances for the jobs that I did, because I had to be, are you in a position you're going to take advantage of people? I had to be trustworthy. And so there's a file that anytime anybody goes and checks on things, it triggers the file, and they go, oh, wait, hold on. We got to go see what's in the file. Oh, she's a goody two-shoes. Thank you very much. So it takes everything longer because the investigation, anytime there's a background check, triggers the flag. Oh, there's a file. We got to go look at the file. So we got to go request it. There's nothing in there other than, hello, I have a clearance. Okay. Because I dealt with other people's personal information, social security numbers, and money. and I am, you know, knee deep in your armpits of everything. I could steal your identity so fast it wouldn't, you know, bat an eyelash. But I couldn't do that. In me, there is no way I could go take advantage of somebody. It would break my heart to do that. But there's still a file. I laugh about that because, I mean, seriously, I've never even had a parking ticket in all my years of driving. I haven't driven those since I've been in Vegas. But the thing is that of all the years, I mean, when I've had to go in to DMV to go get a printout, they're like, that's the squeakiest one, because I've never had a parking ticket. I never had a traffic violation. I never did anything that would warrant, you know, me having to have anything like that. It's just, you know, so my record is squeaky clean and spotless on that. Hello. So I find it funny. You have a file. Anyway, so yeah. I got off track. I lost track of where I went. My brain. I'm old. I'm tired. I'm cranky. Hello. Oh, but yeah. I'm really hoping that they're going to give us something that that goes along those lines. And if they transition into something new, because hey, they want to. We've been doing this vintage for a year, and well, now we're over it. Okay, fine. Give me something I can sink my teeth into that is Halloween. I want pumpkins. I mean, am I wrong? Pumpkins. I did a mani 2 years ago that was nothing but pumpkins. It was on a white nail. It was the same pumpkins, but I colored them all a different shade of orange and green. So it looked like the same, because it was the same image, but each one had a different color from the other one. All my nails had different, it was, hello, because it was pumpkins. So there's that. I don't know. What else do you want to see? Are you done hearing me talk about wild and crazy things? I mean, I don't even know how long I've been here. I don't even know if my phone's going to stay alive. Oh, guess what? If you have any more questions, or because I'm going to have to go, because my phone's going to go, hello, bye-bye, and it's going to completely turn itself off. So I can say my goodbyes. And Melissa, we're going to consider, because our boxes could very well be here. So for our Thursday lives, we very well, words are hard. For our lives on Thursday, we very well might be just opening our boxes and going, let's see what's in it. I can't wait. I mean, how excited are you? I mean, seriously. I am so looking forward to this. And Hubster, for the most time, I will show him, goes, oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, I like that one. He saw this one. He went, I like that plate. I mean, alrighty, I will see you later. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being here for my whole time. I appreciate you so much. Hugs, and you know, I hope you feel better. Happy dreams and all that fun stuff. Seriously, yeah. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to go hide the plates on this one, because he might walk off with them. I am not joking. He has taken my pants. He's taken my shirts because they're comfortable. And that was, you know, back in the day when we wore the same size. This man takes my polish to go do artwork, to go paint things with little brushes, and so yeah, he will steal my plates. I'm telling you, I'm convinced of it, that if we had a bigger place and I wasn't paying attention as much, he'd walk off with them and go play with them himself. Because he likes to draw and do all those. That's kind of the only reason we get along, is we have the same kind of creative energies and things. I'm telling you. Otherwise, we disagree about everything else. So the glue is our artwork. Anyway, because y'all know, couples, you know, you have your issues, you have your things that, you know, you go back and forth on. For the love of God, he stresses me out sometimes, where you're just like going, are you kidding me? But then when it comes to sit down, you know, we can watch the same shows. We like the investigative, the cop shows, the who did it. the art things. I mean, we're all over it. It's like, okay, we're glued to the TV. Anyway, I appreciate you all so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You all have no idea how much that the support that you give me here on this channel has really been my oxygen for me. And I'm going to be doing things back and forth between this and the Tickety Talk, because the Tickety Talk has grown wings and sprouted. It's huge. It's epic. Oh my God. There are stories that just will blow your mind, but things I haven't shared yet. So it's just kind of like, there we are. But anyway, so I'm going to be, skating back and forth between the two. I love you all so much. Please be kind. Do not let the world, those who are in the Misery Loves Company Club recruit you, because they're always recruiting and they want to suck you in. And I have my days. I'm part of that club. Please don't let me put you into bad mood. You call me on my stuff and it's like, Grandma, you're recruiting. I will go, okay, I will make my adjustments. I love you all so much. Absolutely appreciate you in ways I can't even say. This is such an honor to be in this arena and have you all be here to support me along my nuttiness. This is my therapy, I'm telling you. Because I have healed a lot of things, but there are some wounds that will never be recovered from, and this is my therapy to make me be okay. And that's why I love you so much. So I will see you on the interwebs, because there's a lot of things going on that y'all are just gonna, it's just gonna be wild. So there we are. And I hope you have a great day. I will see you Thursday, unless I manage to get something put up on the YouTubers of things. But you can find me. GrandmaMiMZi is spelled with a Z at the end, because they wouldn't let me use an S on the other things of things. But I am everywhere. This is what I say. I'm on all the socials. You can find me. I think somewhere it might be in my bio of things where the links are, and if not, I'll go figure out how to do that to add it. But y'all have a wonderful evening. Have pleasant, happy dreams, and a fantastic morning. Enjoy your coffee tomorrow. I will see you later. Bye.